If you watch football and you're on social media, you may have noticed over the last few years that OF creators have slowly made their way into the football zeitgeist. These creators often adopt a team and implement questionable marketing tactics to gain clout, money, and sims.
No passion, there is no vision, there is no aggression. Birmingham City have, for some bizarre reason, sacked Wayne Rooney.
We have got another season trophyless, and I just can't take it.
You what are you doing? He's no talking about manager.
So why and how is football being used by creators to promote their adult content?
Phat, P-H-A-T, pretty hot and tempting.
You could have endless conversations about the ramifications of OF and all the ways in which it's ruining society, but in order to understand how these creators are using football to market their product, we need to understand how the OF industry works. We all get the basic concept of it. You get your kebab or sausage out and people pay a subscription to view it, but it actually goes far deeper than that. There are many ways you can go about starting an OF. 1. Become a celebrity or influencer with an already established audience and launch an account, which is pretty much guaranteed money because of the curiosity factor. But examples of this can be seen from Iggy Azalea and Bad Baby, who have generated millions overnight. 2. Start from the ground up. Maybe you're a guy or a gal that wants to make some money as a side hustle and you don't mind getting your kit off, and maybe you can become a popular creator. And number 3, which applies to the last two, OF management companies. Oftentimes, these agencies are run by Andrew Tate wannabes or OF creators themselves. These agencies will scout talent on Instagram and other social media and approach marketable talent with the opportunity to make money on OF by doing everything for them, such as filming content, scheduling campaigns and posts, and interacting with subscribers in the DMs, in exchange for a percentage of the revenue. So if you're horny and you're paying to talk to someone, there's a high possibility it's not actually them or AI. But the main thing with these methods, depending on being successful, is how good the product they're selling is. Basically, how fit they are or the production quality. And, of course, marketing. Now these days, the OF industry has become incredibly oversaturated due to the low barrier to entry, money that can be made, COVID, and the liberation of being self-employed, which has led marketing tactics getting more and more creative to get simps to part with their money. So how does football play any part in this? Well, due to the need to get creative with marketing, primarily British OF creators have essentially been handed a golden ticket to get their product out there. Football. Football, specifically the Premier League, has millions and millions of viewers every single week, all across the globe, which the majority all just so happen to be the same exact target audience these creators are looking to market their product towards. Men. So what's the problem with OF creators promoting their product? It's the free market. Well, it's not so much the product that's the problem. It's the tactics that are used to promote it. For example, one creator who is apparently a Liverpool fan tweeted a video of a minute's silence for the victims of Hillsborough, despite the video being about 30 seconds long, stating that there was 96 victims instead of 97, and just generally using the disaster for engagement.
Liverpool and Man U are playing today, and I want to show my respects to the 96 who passed in the Hillsborough disaster with a minute's silence, which I'm going to commence in 3, 2, 1. Shh. Liverpool, Liverpool.
It's 97, not 96, love. Either you're ignorant about your own club, or you're doing it for extra engagement, which is very disrespectful. To be fair, you've actually managed to unite Liverpool and United fans through your cheap, self-serving, callous behaviour. Shame on you. And you profess to be a Liverpool fan? Awful take. In fact, engagement baiting is what you could source as the main hatred for these OF football girls. But it's taken many forms, from rants about a team's performance that are just so theatrical it's comical, to literally turning up naked outside stadiums on match days. The OF football phenomenon originally started with the emergence of creator Elle Brooke in 2020. During the height of the pandemic, everyone was stuck at home, fans weren't in football grounds, and everyone was on social media. So when Man City were playing, she used it as an opportunity to promote her OF and grow her fan base by giving incentives depending on the team's performance. It was an incredibly smart marketing move to stand out in an oversaturated industry. It was also around this time when a Chelsea supporter by the name of Astrid Wet started her own OF career, using similar tactics to Elle Brooke to build her fan base and become a meme within the football zeitgeist. This is when people really started clocking on how successful this model could be, with Premier League OF creators popping up left, right and middle of the park. No team is safe. Aston Villa, Man United, Liverpool, Chelsea, Spurs and Arsenal all have girls representing them. It's like they're all unofficial ambassadors on a diplomatic mission to make everyone fall out of love with internet football discussion. They essentially use a football team's already established fan base to hack into its one-sided demographic with nudity. As soon as you enter the top 6 in the Prem, some corn bot spawns with your club's shirt on and starts shouting at a camera. Sometimes I pray that we're never promoted to the Premier League just so we don't get one of these fake assigned to us.
Okay, I actually feel quite bad for real female football fans as I've done a bad thing. So when I first started, I thought it'd be really unique to combine football, as I'm a Chelsea fan, with the naughty side, as nobody had really done it before. There were a few that did, but no one was actually a real fan. They would just put on the shirt for clout and they didn't actually go to games. And that's how I grew so quickly on Twitter and got big. I just did it because I thought it would be funny to see people's reactions, and it basically meant that I could get paid for going to games. Who wouldn't want to do that if you have the opportunity, right? But since then, so many fake female football fans have just spawned out of nowhere and it's got pretty wild. Like, there's a star for pretty much every club in the Premier League now. And now I feel bad for real female football fans because people will just assume they're doing it for clout or to boost their followers, not because they enjoy going to support their teams like me. So I genuinely do apologise for what I started. I didn't intend it.
But it isn't just their online escapades that have made people feel like their marketing has gotten out of hand. Astrid Wet and other creators have posed literally naked outside stadiums on game day, and one Arsenal creator named Bella Mia even received backlash for going to the stadium in body paint. The main argument against going to the stadium naked to promote their OF is that football games are a family event where many kids are present. However, Bella has defended going to the stadium in body paint, stating, "Nobody says anything to my face. Like, I always get people asking for pictures, like families and stuff like that. It's never an issue when I'm there. I speak to the police come over to me and they're always like, oh, you look amazing, or the stewards, you know, every single time that I've gone out. I think it's mostly just the fact that people don't know the difference between indecent exposure and people looking at it and thinking, okay, there's kids there. But in my brain, I'm like, I'm fully covered. Not even my nipples are showing. The only thing that you can see is a bit of underboob if you're looking at me. Like, I'm an object that is to be looked at and sexualized that way. It's just such a shame because obviously, you know, I stand there for hours and I go and have a great time at the game, especially when we win. And then when I come home, I've just had so much abuse this time around. It feels like these days you can't even go on social media to check what people are saying about a game without getting promoted corn. These OF birds are getting out of hand, to be honest. Not to mention there's always a naked post in the replies of almost every tweet on this platform. Genuinely can't escape it. Some of your favourite meme pages and creators will also post content that is a paid promotion for an OF account or profile, without their young audience even realising. But the thing is, OF creators aren't just OF creators anymore. They blur the lines between internet personality and corn star, and it's only recently that these football creators have started 18+ accounts to go alongside their newly PG accounts. However, the problem also lies somewhat in Twitter's sweeping changes, with comments being flooded by bots and OF creators with the only line of defense being community notes. And if it's not Twitter, you only have to look at Twitch. Streamers and OF creators are literally allowed to be naked on stream aside from minimal censoring. I'm far from anti-tit, and of course, people who work in that industry can also support a club and enjoy football. However, there is a moral grey area in which these accounts are promoted. Some people could argue that these creators are leeching off of football, but there are so many questionable things in the game, like betting websites as sponsors and a million other things, that it's hard to give too much of a shit about annoying OF creators. Besides, if you really want to get anal about it, softcorn has pretty much been a part of football from the early 90s in Nuts magazines and Page 3, so there's clearly a market for it and needed in society to some degree. Can you really blame them either? They make bag after bag using football to sell their product. It's the free market and it ain't going away anytime soon. This video required extensive research, weeks of delaying the writing process, and really getting getting down to the nitty-gritty of the story and the world of OF. But believe me, for the love of you guys, I would do it again and again. Thank you so much for watching this video, it really does mean a lot to me. Make sure to follow me on all of my socials at Phat Mima, like, subscribe, and comment below what you want to see next.